Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom. Today is rose pruning day, and I debated on if I wanted to make this video or not, but I get a lot of questions about my roses in Zone 3 Northern Minnesota. So the reason why I wasn't sure if I wanted to make this or not is because I wouldn't necessarily say my rose pruning is like the recommended way, and that's just because my roses die back almost completely to the ground every single winter. So if your roses don't do that, then you want to make it almost like a vase shape when you're pruning your roses, leaving the center very open, pruning it down to, I think Laura from Garden Answer normally prunes hers down to like her knee level as like her rule of thumb. I go almost completely all the way to the ground because my roses die back pretty much all the way to the ground. But like I said, I get a lot of people asking about my particular roses in Zone 3, so that's why I'm making this video. You will see me chop pretty much everything down to the ground. There are a couple roses that didn't quite die back to the ground, so you'll see me leave those a little bit higher. But pretty much prune out the 3 Ds. So if you see any dead, diseased, or damage on your roses, get rid of that, prune it out, cut it out. Just kind of, you know, the 3 Ds. Look for the 3 Ds and get rid of the 3 Ds, dead, disease, damage. And then the fertilizer I am also going to be using today is just the Espoma Rose Tone fertilizer, and animals love that. Dogs and my chickens have gone nuts over it. So I'm going to fertilize, prune everything first, fertilize, and water it in, because when I water it in, that will just kind of help prevent my animals from going crazy over the fertilizer. So let's get started. So right in here I have 3 David Austin roses. Beautiful, Sai, thank you. I have 3 David Austin roses here, and I did cover them. I winterized them the best that I could. I put extra mulch, mounted it up, and then I put a bag over it. It was like a feed bag, so it's almost like a cloth bag over top of that. This particular rose, the bag kept falling off. I don't know if the wind was blowing it off. I don't know if my dog was ripping it off. And you can see there's like no green at all on any of the canes. But there is new growth coming from the bottom. That is new rose growth. So I'm going to be getting rid of all of this dead canes. And I'm trying to be careful so I don't stab myself. I do kind of want to move some of the mulch. I really mounted the mulch. I think that's like the only new growth I'm seeing is on this side. That's all I'm seeing. I'll take my pruners and kind of dig in there a little bit. However, over here on this one, this is the Eustacia Vi. I'm pretty sure I say that wrong every single time. This one worked. The bag stayed on, and there is green canes, you know, but you can see it's green up to here, then it dies. So I will be pruning it off right about there where the green turns to brown, and just kind of removing all this dead leaves. If there's anything broken, I'll get rid of that. If there's anything that just looks bad. But overall, I'm very happy with this rose. Very happy. And then over here, this is the Gertrude Jekyll rose. I don't know if this one survived. I'm not seeing any new growth coming up from the base. Everything looks pretty dead and brown. I will fertilize it and see if new growth pushes this week. Hopefully it will. If not, then I have another spot for a new rose. But that's just going to be the process. We'll go around. I'm honestly not sure how many roses I have now. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 roses. So we will hop to it. Okay, you guys, that is it. Pruned, fertilized, watered. It feels so good to be done. Not necessarily a job that I super enjoy, but I know it's so good for the plants. I didn't show all 13 roses. It's also nap time during this time, so I was trying to get everything done before kids woke up. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.